Okay, guys, this video is for my fellow veterans. It's come to my knowledge and my attention that a lot of you do not utilize the VA, the Veterans Administration. You do not use the VA hospital at all. It's also come to my attention that a lot of you think or were told that since you didn't go to combat, you're not considered a veteran. Highly untrue. I don't know what happened and how, we fell through the cracks, but it saddens me, for real, that I see so many that are struggling, that are paying for all this health care, or don't have conditions like severe conditions and have never went to the VA because they weren't told. The VA is not even an out processing thing. At least when I was in, they didn't even come through out processing. They told you everything else, like how long you still got to be on call, basically. Even if you get out in 4 years or 5 years, 6 years, you still got 2 years left if you got out in 6 years to be on call in case a war breaks out or if we need you. I've seen a lot of people have to come back in that got out in 4 years or that got out in 2 years or whatever when they had a contract. They had to come back in after 9/11. They had to come back in when had to go back to Afghanistan or wherever. They tell you all that, but they never sent anybody to speak to us about VA and the benefits as being a veteran. You're a veteran if you served your United States military. You're a veteran. You didn't have to get a Purple Heart. You didn't have to get shot at. You didn't have to get none of that. Why don't they tell us? Why didn't they tell us this? I mean, I knew because I had a support group around me before I got out that knew all this information. So I went straight to the VA. Before I even got out, I went and registered. Well, as soon as I got out, I went and registered for the VA in Alexandria, Louisiana. So I knew this information. But it's like, go to the VA. Find your nearest VA. Some of them, just be honest, some of them are not the best. It's just the honest truth. Some of them are not the best. And if you have PTSD real bad, or if you don't even know you have PTSD, if you don't even know what it is, you're getting irritable real fast. You don't like going into supermarkets. You don't like going to the store. You don't like being around a lot of people. You get angry. You get fidgety. You get depressed. You get sad. You can't sleep. All these things, 98.16% are attributed to being in the service, right? So go get checked out. Go sign up for first thing you need to do. Just run over there and ask them, what do I need to sign up? Now, they're going to tell you need to have your ID card, just a regular ID card, a license or whatever, and your DD-214. So it behooves you, before you even run up there, I would suggest get your DD-214. Go up there and they're going to look at that. They're probably going to scan it in, and then they're going to set you an appointment for you to go and to do a CMP, which is a thorough check. It's compensation and pension. Or before they even do compensation and pension, they're going to sit you with a doctor, and you're going to ask or tell them. You're going to tell them all your ailments, all your problems, everything you went through, everything you're still going through, and then you're going to start getting appointments to go see certain people to do this. Then you'll go to compensation and pension if that's what you're looking for. But soon as you sign up, as soon as you take your ID card and your DD-214 and they put you in the system, you're in the system and they approve you and everything's good. You didn't get out on dishonorable because you was shooting up the barracks or something. You got on even under general conditions. Under general conditions, you still can go to the VA. Okay? And if you got out on behavioral or smoking or whatever, a lot of these things can be upgraded, but you don't even have to most of the time. Just go to your VA. They'll tell you, well, you're going to have to see somebody about getting this upgraded, or you're good to go. Most of the time, you're good to go unless it's straight dishonorable, you serve jail time, and you can't come see us. But even then, there's some exceptions. Anyway, because we've all changed, and we still need help. And why did I do some of these things? Maybe because God dang my NCO and the soldiers was beating me up with soap socks in the barracks. So I retaliated, you know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is. But in all honesty, you know what I'm saying? Get to the VA and go get checked out. Even if it's just to have health care. Because even if you have a job, most of the time they require you to have health care. Just to file your taxes, you know, for your taxes and all this stuff. The VA sends you a letter every year saying you are covered for your VA healthcare. So if you have to send it in for taxes, or if you have to send it in for whatever the case is, to say you have insurance, because it's mandatory, you have insurance, the VA sends you a thing that says, hey, you have insurance, you're covered by us. We are taking care of you. And they're getting better. They used to be horrible. They used to be horrid. The first time I filed a claim for an injury I had while I was in. It took like 3 to 4 years, and that was the normal process. That ain't happening anymore. Like 3 months, they're gonna give you a letter saying you're good to go, or no, we need better evidence, or you're not even service connected for this. But you got benefits, man. You can still use your post 9/11 GI Bill. You can still use stuff. They got Chapter 35, which Chapter 35, which takes care of your spouse or your family or your kids. They can use your benefits. You have to get it to a certain percentage, but they can use your schooling benefits. Your kids, you can send your kids to college. From the research I had to do, you had to have lived in that place. You had to have been stationed there, or live there full time, I think it is. But you've had to live there. So you can't say, hey, I want my kid to go to Harvard since they can use Chapter 35. Did you ever live over there by Harvard? Okay, well, they can't go. But if you were stationed in Germany, if you were stationed in Washington State, you were stationed in California, hey, send them to USC if you were stationed in California somewhere. I lived in Ohio. That's my home of record. So they can go to Ohio State. So these are just this much of the benefits that we can receive as a veteran. Please, 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 if you don't do nothing else, send me a comment and ask any questions you have. Any questions you have. Send me your questions. I would try my best to answer them. If I don't know, I have a group and I can ask them in it. Because there's some things I don't know, but I've been in the VA since 2005. It's 20 years. So I'm telling you, you're not alone. There's groups. I go to counseling for my PTSD every Friday. But I'm in a group setting because I don't like just being around people. I'm in a group setting with other soldiers. And do you know 99% of most of them say, I didn't know there was other people like me. I had no idea other people were going through the same thing. That first encounter I had with that class in Alexandria and Dayton, Ohio, changed my life. Because I didn't know there was other people that didn't like to do certain things, that didn't like to be around people, that wanted to be to themselves, that had thoughts of doing all kinds of things. I didn't know, but there is help. There is help. So I got a good one. I'm in those classes. She just asked today, do I want other, that sparked this video was because of today's class. There's more classes coming up for trauma. There's more. They even set aside some doctors. They even set aside some physicians to help your family members. and it's not one-on-one, but it's a group setting with them, video call with them in a video setting for them to understand what we're going through. Because most of the time, your family members don't know, especially if they weren't with you while you was in. Because most of the men, we done been married 5, 6, 7, 18, 12 times. Because we can't get right. We don't like people. We don't understand freaking the regular civilians and human nature. We don't get it. Because I'm a soldier at heart. So I don't understand. I don't care that what kind of bread you pick. Just go pick some goddamn bread. Why is that? But sometimes to these spouses, that's the biggest part of their day. What color do you think I should get this in? You're like, in your mind, you're like, who cares? Just go do it. But you got to understand, that's them trying to connect with you. That's them trying to just talk with you. It's them being like, what the heck sometimes. But it's also, this is the biggest part of their day or their week, is they went here with you to pick this thing out, and they want to ask you your opinion. So yeah, it might seem foolish to us, foolishness, but we have to be able to relate to people. It's hard now because we want everybody to be a soldier. We want everybody to be on the same page as us. Like, why would I care about some of this stuff? And I'm still that way. Like, I'm still that way with a lot of stuff. Some stuff is foolishness. You handle it. Hey, you stay in your lane, I'll stay in my lane. That ain't my lane. That's not my lane. I can't deal with all that. I got other stuff to deal with. So yes, but you gotta be somewhat understanding. And it's hard. It's very hard. So I said all that to say, get to the freaking VA before I punch you in the face. But get to the VA, because I'm talking to way too many people out here, especially older men, that have no idea that what's available for them. They have no idea. And a lot of them, a lot of these guys had no idea that they could even go. And back then, some of them were denied to even go. It's changed. There's too many of us dying. There's too many of us unaliving ourselves. Get the help you need. You got to start somewhere. It's going to be a slow process, I promise. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. Get there. Please contact me. Send me a message if you got any questions on how do I get started, where do I get, whatever. Hey, did you do this? Hey, what about this? Will they help me with that? I know a lot of these things. And if not, Lord willing, I can find an answer. I love my veterans. I really care about you guys. I'm passionate about you guys. I'm starting to tear up. Because I understand. I understand. I feel your pain. I feel it. I've been there. I'm still there. But you gotta fight. Don't give up the good fight. Fight. You gotta push through. I'm sorry this video went 13 minutes. I'm about to post this on my Mr. Fit Trucking. But it was something that was laid on my heart. I got another video I'm posting about some other stuff, but it's just a recommendation for you guys, and it doesn't have nothing to do with this. But I'm transitioning that since I'm not even in the trucking game. My brother is, so I have information. I know answers to a lot, but I really had something in my heart that I wanted to post to you guys. All right, well, that's it. This was 14 minutes, so this took 14 minutes out of your trip of driving. So hopefully this 14 minutes got you to your destination, or got you through the dock door and helped you out. All right, peace, you guys.